one. There's like one in the middle where it's like the Game Boy Advance, but like no one runs that.
Yeah,
It's not
I
canon.
got you.
Well, it's not
But
canon. I don't know.
the last one is next gen consoles. I
Yeah.
honestly don't think Nintendo's gonna upgrade for a good little while.
I already know. I already have an idea on this.
I don't think Nintendo's gonna upgrade for a little while.
Listen. Well, not yet, you know. But I
Yeah.
heard there's a rumor going around that they're actually gonna make a new like type of Nintendo Switch, but it's
Oh, the
way
Switch
better than
Pro.
the old one.
The Switch Pro. Heard it
I
as well.
know there's it's like the Switch NX or something close to that.
Oh, okay. That's
Going back
cool.
to the roots of like, because like the Switch wasn't called the Switch, Nintendo Switch. It was actually called the Nintendo NX.
Hmm.
So now I think they're going back to the roots. And what it means is
Oh,
that
okay.
for the newest consoles, they're making it way better.
Hmm. That'd be dope. I
And
wouldn't.
one of the
I don't think
problems
I'd
that
buy it
everyone
though.
had, er,
If all the games still work on the Switch, I wouldn't buy it.
everyone,
Just
but
because it's expensive. You know what I mean? Though Switch consoles are always like $300. I mean Nintendo consoles
so
are.
and one problem that everyone had with the Switch, well not everyone, but like most people had with it, is that like there's no stylus. I
Oh
heard that a
yeah.
lot. So what people are gonna say that they're gonna do is on the bottom of it, they're gonna like make a little compartment where like it opens and you can like pull out a stylus for the
Oh, that'd be
Joy-Con.
cool.
Um,
I think it'd be cool if they really upgraded. You know what I mean? And still made it portable and stuff, but made it to where made more space on the console itself, to where you could actually
oh,
have a good downloadable game library. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
really
because like
take
we need
things
a
with
lot
you.
of micro SD cards just to like play a little bit of
Yeah,
games.
exactly. Like I had
Like
to
try
get
to
a
download like Rocket
128.
League. Try to
I
download Rocket League on Nintendo Switch. It's so
Yeah,
hard.
I had to get a 128 gigabyte SD card just to live with my Switch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also one other thing is the
You left.
the other consoles. You know what I mean? Um, Shoot, I mean Nintendo's probably getting a lot of pressure from those other consoles just because they're coming out with their consoles now. But Nintendo
Yeah.
never works on their schedule. You know what I mean? Nintendo never works on anyone else's schedule but Nintendo's. So I'm thinking maybe I don't think that's gonna be a factor really. I don't think
I
Nintendo's gonna be
think
too pressured.
I think with the Switch, Nintendo is at like a decent spot. It is like a
Yeah,
good
it's.
number.
I mean, it's still. It doesn't not hold up compared to the other games. Like if you put God of War. No. Let's say you put what's the big PS5 game right now? Uh, let's put Miles Morales up next to Mario Odyssey. Okay, vastly different release times, but people who played both will probably hold them in the same regard graphically, in the same regard gameplay wise, in the same regard in just a lot of ways because Nintendo has a way of just making a lot of their games insanely timeless. You know what I mean? Especially with their Switch titles like Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild. Breath of the Wild. I mean that game looks great all the time, just because of the art style and how they went with it. And Ultimate, I'm sure it'll look outdated, you know, soon or like later whenever they really if they ever update it or anything like that. I'm sure it'll look outdated like 4 does now or Brawl does now, but it still looks phenomenal for when it came out and what it's up against even today. So I don't think Switch is pressured at all in getting another console. Honestly, though, I don't think it's going to be much of a console wars soon. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be three different companies in their own element. You know what I mean? Xbox is going to be is not going to be Xbox anymore. It's just going to be Game Pass. They're just going to Xbox is just going to be Netflix for games, and they're going to handle all the third-party games from Bethesda, EA, all of those games are going to be on the Xbox Game Pass and also um, and just gonna be a lot better, a lot easier to play on the Game Pass, and that's how Xbox is gonna make money. But then the PlayStation is gonna be the one about exclusives. That's the one that's gonna actually matter. You know what I mean? As a console in the quote unquote console wars. You know what I mean? Like PlayStation 5 has always had. No, I mean PlayStation has always had great games. They take time, always upgrading their graphics to where they look beautiful, squeezing every last bit out of what the PlayStation 4 had for The Last of Us 2. You know what I mean? Just crazy stuff we haven't seen before. But well, that the Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, which were both two phenomenal games. You know what I mean? Graphically, and then with then with Nintendo, they're just gonna be in their completely own element with these. It's gonna be more family friendly, but also have their dedicated audiences as well. You know, like Nintendo always has an audience. Always, you're always gonna have your Mario speedrunners. Every new Mario entry, you're always gonna have. Really, Nintendo has become a cesspool for speedrunning phenomenons. Honestly, does that ring any truth at all? Do you think? Hello, are you guys even there anymore? They both left. Nah, but I just think Nintendo and uh, everybody, all the consoles are just gonna be in their own separate elements.
I can talk now.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
That was my last game.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
It's cool, man.
And I put on push to talk also.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. But
So we're talking about consoles.
yeah, I was talking about consoles, but
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you think?
The speedrunning with Nintendo is like you said, really just like crazy.
Yeah,
Like
all Nintendo games.
I can't think of like any like PS4 or like Xbox game that rivals like the speedrunning of like Mario Maker
Exactly.
and like
Exactly.
Odyssey and um, just
There's no
you know,
PlayStation game or Xbox game
yeah,
that can
it's
rival
all
that.
crazy. And I think PlayStation seems like it's gonna win this console war, even though it's
Yeah,
having
it's
a
kind of
bunch
because Xbox gave
financial
up on their console.
disadvantage and stuff.
Xbox gave up
Yeah,
on their console. You know what I mean?
but so in terms of like the Game Pass thing, I do
Yeah,
think that could be like a good way for Xbox to go, but like
yeah.
so Game Pass is like just a ton of games on like one thing, right?
Dude, when you say a ton, it's insane how many free games are on the Game Pass. For like 20
Okay.
bucks a month or whatever, it's absolutely insane. You can play all three, and by all three, I mean all 17 of the Kingdom Hearts games. You can play all the Gears of War because that was technically an Xbox exclusive, and a lot of the EA games and Bethesda games are coming to the Game Pass just because Xbox is
Right,
making
right.
these deals, and it's
I
not
well,
even about like Xbox anymore. It's just about the fact that Microsoft owns Xbox and that they're bringing uh, all of these Game Pass deals to mobile, to PC, to
yeah.
if you want it on the Xbox console itself. I mean, they're just bringing all these like Netflix. This is a lot of people were arguing whether or not streaming games would be efficient, and Stadia tried to do it. They just didn't do it as well as Xbox.
Hmm.
Xbox cornered that
And
so
then this
hard.
existed before too. There
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
what was that thing called?
I
It's
know
like
exactly what you're talking about.
yeah,
I know
it
what you're
was like
talking about.
long ago. It had to be
Gamefly,
like
Gamefly,
2010.
Gamefly.
GameFly, yeah,
Yeah,
GameFly
they were
existed.
they did what Nintendo did. I mean, not Nintendo. They did what Netflix did. They were like mail-in game service.
Right. Yeah. No. That which I knew like a few people with GameFly, which
Jimmy,
I don't know
my
if it was
friend
good.
Jimmy has GameFly. He was on an actual podcast episode.
Oh yeah.
The last podcast episode. But
Yeah.
nah, dude. It's insane. It's insane what Xbox is doing with the Game Pass, especially since
So
EA and Bethesda are hopping on it too.
so eventually, like what we're looking at is like you'll have PC games just like on any computer,
On
and
Steam
then
and stuff like that.
Nintendo is just always gonna have their Nintendo console.
They're always gonna have their speedrunning community.
Nintendo is like the god of exclusives. You
The
know?
god of exclusive and what's the term I just heard recently? Nindy games.
What is
In
the N?
indie games that come out on Nintendo do really well.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. Like Celeste.
Yeah,
Well, that's a
Celeste.
PC game, but like
It is,
you
but
know.
Nintendo brings it to new heights usually.
Ori came out on the Switch.
That
this
that was
one.
Microsoft. That wasn't an indie game.
Well, still like.
It's one of that was Microsoft. Microsoft made that.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains why it's so freaking good. I mean,
It's
I
nuts,
guess.
isn't it?
I love that game. I
But
would buy
like
this-
Hollow Knight,
I want
Hollow
this.
Knight got
I
a
played
much
Hollow
bigger
Knight.
a much bigger
Mentally scarred
audience.
me.
Hollow Knight got a much bigger audience off of Nintendo than its like
Yeah.
original release on PC. Way
Hollow
bigger
Knight.
audience.
Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game, exactly. There's just tons
Here,
of
let me
these.
look it through my library, and I probably have a lot of like indie games.
Nindy games are just are gonna be a lot of Nintendo's market, and they're
Defunct. Have
exclusives.
you played that? Have you played Defunct?
No, I haven't.
That game is fun, and it was like 17 cents, so I got it. And it
Yeah.
was, like-
Yeah.
and then like.
But like it's no joke how much Nintendo has a market off of just really
Yeah.
good indie games. And
Cuphead.
Cuphead, that also got hugely popular on
Gris-
even though that's
Gris
Microsoft
was-
as well, I think.
Gris was popular, and then I played it like after it was popular, and it's actually super. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Just, like,
But
the
also
art in that
what
game.
you said about Nintendo being a massive
Exclusive.
exclusives powerhouse, you're right. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't play Smash Bros anywhere else but Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
can't
And
play
the,
Mario.
and games are huge, you know,
Yeah,
like absolutely ginormous.
humongous for sure.
And
And
then you'll have Nintendo.
you'll have Nintendo with their just Nintendo audience, which is incredibly diverse.
And then
Like-
the like quote unquote console is probably gonna be like PS5.
Yeah, and you know what? I think PlayStation is just gonna stay that console. The console
Yeah.
everybody has is gonna just be PlayStation.
Yeah, I think PlayStation just does it right. It has really fun games like God of War and Horizon.
God of War, Horizon, freaking the Spider-Man
They're
games,
just so they're
Ghost
so
of
fun.
Tsushima. They just get it right almost every time.
But the games are like they're different than Nintendo games, you know, which puts them in
Yeah,
a different
they're different in the sense that they're more
It's like
they're games, and I hate to say this, they're games for gamers. You know what I mean? Like the classic sense of the word gamer. The dude, not a dude or girl, dude or dudette, who lives in their
Yeah.
mom's basement and has been collecting video games since like 1980.
It's-
He's the one playing those games, the sweaty ones.
yeah,
The ones who really
And they're,
like
like,
single player
consistently-
story games.
they're like consistently, you know, like 3D, like
Third person 3D
yeah,
adventure
third-person
games.
3D games.
And a lot of them have shown the trend of being these huge, expansive open worlds as well.
Yeah.
Just
a
because
lot
that's
of-
really popular at the moment.
A lot of them are like free world sandbox. Miles Morales, or I mean Spider-Man games
Yeah,
in general.
Spider-Man.
Just great free world game. So is
Um,
Horizon. Horizon is like
God of War was it was kind of open world.
Yeah,
It had
was like
levels and shit.
it was open world, but it was still kind of like linear.
Yeah,
A bit.
a linear
Not
open
in a
world.
bad way though.
No,
Not
no,
like
not at all, not at all.
that just means story.
But Xbox is always gonna have they're gonna be the ones you're gonna buy Game Pass if you like third party games. If you like Ubisoft, if you like the Fallout series, if you like Skyrim, you're gonna want that Xbox Game Pass so much. Especially since a lot of those companies are doing business with Xbox to make their games run best on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Like with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, really good game that you guys made me stop streaming because no one watched it. But I've been playing it on my own, and I got so far in this. I stayed up till 3 in the morning last night playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh yeah, I saw you. Yeah, I was playing Trove.
It's insanely fun. Insanely fun.
Yeah.
It's this huge open world game, super immersive, and the thing is, that thing's gonna be on Game Pass in 2 months.
Yeah.
For like free.
And what about like what is like Lara Croft and Nathan
Tomb Raider
and Nathan Drake?
Tomb Raider is is that Microsoft? Tomb Raider is made by
PS4.
Microsoft. No.
Tomb Raider reminds me of like a
Tomb Raider is Microsoft, but
is it? But it's a non-exclusive.
It's a non-exclusive.
That game.
Wait, who is? Maybe it's who does make Tomb Raider? Who makes the?
Have you ever played one?
Tomb Raider? No.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah, I've seen them. I really wanted it, but then The Last of Us came out, and that was that was cooler than Tomb Raider, sadly.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider is made by Square Enix, of course. I totally forgot about Square Enix. And Square Enix has a lot of their games on the Xbox Game Pass. Life is Strange, a phenomenal indie feeling game. You know, like indie in the sense of how indie music feels is how Life of Strange plays. You know what I mean? And incredible games like that are all for free on the Game Pass. A phenomenal deal. It's just they're gonna Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox have all diverged completely from the Xbox 360, PlayStation 2 to 3, and Nintendo Wii period. That period of console wars is so over, incredibly over. And this new time for console wars. That being, the Game Pass powerhouse that is Xbox.
It's the Xbox. What's the new one called? Is it the Z box or?
No, it's called the Xbox Series X.
Right.
Which is really dumb because they already had the Xbox One X.
Yeah, and the Series S, right?
Yeah. No. The Xbox One X, the Xbox One S, the Xbox Series X, the Xbox Series XS.
I feel
they title their consoles like Kingdom Hearts titles their games.
Yeah, with those names for consoles, I don't think they deserve to win the console war.
No, they don't. But that they have good business. They have really good business. Especially with stuff like Skyrim, which if you're gonna play Skyrim, you're not gonna play it on the PlayStation. You might, I don't know, but like it just feels like that's a game that should be played on the Xbox. I don't know why. It just feels like it, But it's insane time that we live in.
Okay, well, like that was a lengthy. Good discussion.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably get back to gaming now.
Yeah.
This was for the YouTube audience. The good old IDK yet mini episodes that I'm gonna release over the next coming days.
What are you planning on streaming next? You got any plans?
Any plans for streaming?
Yeah.
Shoot,
Any
Um,
secrets?
actually, the PlayStation 5 is gonna come sooner than I thought.
What do you mean? Like
I may,
a release date?
I may get the PlayStation 5 as early as Christmas.
Ooh. Okay, well that's
And I
good.
didn't think I was, but I remembered that my mom owes me a Christmas gift, so
Mm-hmm. That's coming up.
an extra $230 here I come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to finish off that. So once I get the PlayStation 5, it's
Oh,
I'm gonna I'm gonna be streaming.
Just Dance 2021.
For you know what the first PlayStation 5 stream is gonna be? Actually, there's not gonna be a first PlayStation 5 stream. It's probably gonna start off with an unboxing video, just cause Epic Pog.
Oh yeah.
Like a day after the unboxing video, I'll do try and speed run Astro Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Blind speed run of Astro Boy. Um
Yeah.
and and then I'll play and then I'll catch up on the ones that I've missed. I'll play Miles Morales, and then I'll play Demon Souls, and then I think I'll get Demon Souls. I think Demon Souls will be fun.
Mm-hmm. So we also went over like some. I don't know if this is like not controversial. Like like I don't know if I'm allowed to leak this. But
Oh.
we went over some Nintendo games.
Oh yeah. Some Nintendo games that I really want to play. Persona is one of them. I really want to play one of the Persona games on the Nintendo.
What channel was that?
That
Go
was,
for
I
like
think,
what was that?
suggestions is where you guys ended up putting it.
Right. So I said, Ori, which I think would have you played that?
Yes, I played it. I played it. It's
Okay.
great. It's phenomenal.
Well, then I don't know
Hat
if you would want to.
Hat in Time is a game that
I would watch
everyone
that
tells
stream,
me to
Jeremy.
play. Everyone
I
tells
would
me to play Hat in Time.
really like you to stream that game.
Okay,
And
I
then
might.
I said Genshin.
I'm not gonna play Genshin Impact.
Okay, so
I'm not
it's
gonna play it.
free, and it's big, and it's like
No.
it could be. It's Dragon Quest Breath of the Wild.
No, I'm good. I'm okay. I
Jeremy,
don't want
what's
to.
holding you back?
I don't want to play Genshin Impact. I don't.
It's a
I
big
don't.
gotchi.
No, I don't care about gachi. I love gachi, bro. No, it's just I don't want to play Genshin Impact.
Okay.
No, but Pikmin 3 would be all right. I'll just wait until Pikmin 4 comes out and ride the hype
And
of
then
that and
then-
play Pikmin 4.
Raph suggested the game he always plays.
Jimmy and
That
the
would-
Pulsating Mask.
That
What
would
even is that?
that would be like me suggesting you to stream Trove, I think.
Yeah, it's just
No
I
one
don't
had-
think I'm gonna play that one. Sadly. Sadly.
I'm in coming soon, and maybe you should play this game that releases the 26th called Love Kami Divinity Stage.
Well, I really wanted to play the game that came out like 2 days ago. Hyrule Warriors. I really wanted to play that, but I didn't
Did
get
it
the
come
copy.
out?
Yeah, it's out.
I know the demo's out.
I really wanted to play that. I still want to stream speedruns of Breath of the Wild. Like, actually
Yeah.
get good at it, too.
I'm just gonna say, like, please stream Hat in Time.
I may stream that.
What is Hyrule Warriors?
It's a really fun beat 'em up game. It's super fun beat 'em up game.
Name a game similar to it.
God, that's hard.
No, name a type of beat 'em up game. I can't.
I don't know any other ones but Hyrule Warriors. Like,
Really?
yeah, not really.
It gets its own faction of games.
No, it doesn't. I'm just not educated on beat 'em up games. It's like it's like a huge 1v100 battle simulator or whatever, but with Zelda characters, and you can switch characters other than just Link. Like, you can play as the girl Impa whenever she was like actually young and like a bad to the bone ninja. and just
Oh,
other stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool game that I'd like to play. Are they allowed to talk in general?
who?
Hold on. Because
They
they're in
should be.
general, are they allowed to talk? Hey, guys, can you speak in this? Or are you guys just muted on purpose? Oh, okay, cool, cool. I was just making sure that the permissions were up to par. Alright, bye-bye. Anyways, nah,
Sorry about.
they were just muted in the general chat. I thought it was suspicious. Drug
Oh.
deals. No, I'm just joking. I'm just messing. But
It's
nah,
good.
Hyrule Warriors, another beat 'em up game.
Right. I looked it up and I didn't recognize any. But
I didn't either.
I understand how.
My brother's getting a lot of Nintendo Switch games for Christmas that I'll just steal and probably stream. Mario Maker is one of them.
Abzu, which I played this game called Abzu, and now it's like the second best seller.
What about some
And, like,
PC games that I could play? Because I could play
PC
some
games?
PC games.
There's this one game, really fun. It's like,
Celeste.
no, it's just this casual, kind of grindy multiplayer sandbox RPG game. Like variety of classes, really fun.
DPO.
It gets, huh?
DPO. Diepio.
Oh no.
Oh,
what's the
that was
character?
sick. Sorry.
It's just this kind of indie game, Tryon Worlds published. It's called Trove,
No, sir.
No,
No,
I think
sir.
it would be a really
No, sir.
it would be such a good game to
Actually, though,
stream,
I think I'm gonna cut off the IDK episode there.
Okay.
I think that's a good way to cut it off, and we're gonna get back to gameplay. But also, before that, I'm gonna pull an epic gamer move because this is the reason I have this screen. I'm gonna hit a
Okay.
"will be back" screen, and I'm gonna go grab some water and take a piss because I really
I
have
have to do homework as well.
I have to too, because I have like 5 late work things. But I mean, it's Monday. I have time.
This is the last day I have to do homework. 'Cause I've been, the past
but-
week.
Yeah. I'll be right back, and then we'll get into some more Smash Brothers gameplay. I'll see you guys in just a minute.